Universal Studios is supposed to be full of movie magic, unforgettable rides, and larger-than-life characters. But sometimes, the most entertaining thing in the park isn't the rides, it's the complete chaos happening around them. From giant transformers randomly collapsing in front of crowds, to parade floats trying to self-destruct, to characters suffering some absolutely embarrassing malfunctions. Today, we're counting down some of the most viral Universal Studios moments ever caught on camera. And trust me, some of these clips are so ridiculous that they look completely staged, but every single one of them actually happened. Let's get into it. One of the coolest things about Universal Studios is getting face-to-face with giant transformers. These characters tower over guests and look like they walked straight out of the movies. But being 9 feet tall comes with one small problem: gravity. Here we see Megatron confidently talking to guests when suddenly his operating system appears to uninstall itself. 1 second he's delivering villain speeches. The next second, boom! Megatron crashes to the ground. The crowd immediately goes silent. Even Megatron seemed shocked by what just happened. Honestly, that's probably the first time Optimus Prime has ever won a battle without showing up.
After another Megatron incident, Universal employees had to move into emergency damage control mode. Here, we see team members surrounding the fallen robot while desperately trying to keep guests moving. Keep walking, folks. Nothing to see here. Meanwhile, there's literally a giant defeated Transformer lying on the pavement. At that point, the cover-up was making the situation even funnier. Imagine explaining this to someone who arrived 5 minutes late. Hey, where's Megatron? Currently updating.
Walking on stilts already sounds terrifying. Now, imagine doing it while wearing a giant costume in front of thousands of people. Here, we see a parade performer suddenly lose balance, and down he goes. The entire parade instantly stops. Everybody freezes. For nearly a minute, team members work together to help him back up. Honestly, the impressive part isn't the fall. It's the fact that he stood back up and continued like nothing happened. That's professional dedication right there. Universal's Macy's parade was going perfectly until a giant polar bear float started slowly deflating. And things somehow got even worse, because underneath the collapsing bear was a minion. The poor minion looked like he was being flattened in real time. Meanwhile, team members were desperately holding the bear together with pure determination and hope. Look at the minion. His giant yellow head was basically supporting the entire float. At that point, he wasn't a character anymore. He was structural engineering.
During a Mardi Gras parade, one performer suddenly lost control of his shoe. And by lost control, I mean it launched into orbit. The shoe flies into the air. The performer tries catching it, misses completely, then somehow keeps dancing like nothing happened. Honestly, that's impressive. Most people would panic. This guy turned it into part of the performance. The crowd absolutely loved it. That's why professionals get paid to do this. Back in 2016, one guest managed to convince Squidward to do a dab during a parade. The clip instantly exploded online. Everybody loved it, which meant thousands of people suddenly wanted Squidward to do it too. Unfortunately for them, Universal apparently wasn't a fan. After that viral moment, guests constantly tried getting Squidward to dab again, but every time, team members immediately shut it down. Imagine having your dance move permanently banned by a theme park. Squidward really got nerfed after that one.
Halloween Horror Nights is designed to scare guests, but sometimes guests scare themselves. Here we see a scare actor approach a woman. Nothing unusual, just standard Halloween Horror Nights business. Then panic activates. The woman tries escaping, trips, and completely wipes out. At that moment, the monster didn't even need to do anything anymore. Gravity finished the job. And honestly, gravity was way scarier than the actor. Rain is annoying for most people. For Guy Diamond, it's basically kryptonite. Here we see dark clouds rolling in and team members immediately spring into action. They begin escorting Guy Diamond out of the parade as quickly as possible. Why? Because his costume is covered in sparkles. And apparently rain and sparkles don't mix. The poor guy looked like a celebrity escaping paparazzi. 1 minute, he's celebrating. The next minute, he's being evacuated like a national treasure. For some reason, Shrek seems to have a long history of losing battles against objects that aren't moving. Here we see him finishing a performance and attempting to leave the stage. Sounds simple enough. Not for Shrek. Instead of making a smooth exit, he suddenly trips and falls. And rather than standing back up, he simply crawls away on his knees. Honestly, that's kind of genius. Why waste energy standing up when you can just escape the scene entirely? The audience definitely noticed though. You can hear people laughing immediately. Sorry, Shrek. The internet saw everything.
If you thought the stage incident was bad, it gets worse.
Because in another clip, Shrek somehow loses a fight against a bush. A bush. The giant green ogre is walking normally when nature suddenly wins. He stumbles directly into the plant and nearly wipes out. At this point, Universal should probably assign Shrek a guide dog, because his track record with obstacles is becoming concerning.
Vector is known for acting weird. That's basically his entire personality. But this interaction somehow reached another level. Here we see Vector attempting to impress a group of women. He walks over confidently, probably thinking he's the coolest guy in the park. Then, slip. Down he goes. The smooth entrance instantly becomes the smoothest failure imaginable. The embarrassment hits him immediately. Look at him hiding his face afterward. Even Vector couldn't process what just happened. Honestly, we've all been there, just maybe not in front of hundreds of people.
One of Universal's most popular attractions is the talking donkey meet and greet. Guests can actually have conversations with him, which is amazing when Donkey is working. Here we see Donkey suddenly freeze in place. His body completely stops moving. His mouth stops moving. His head stops moving, but his voice keeps talking. It's like his soul left the chat while his microphone kept going. The guests are confused. The team members are confused. Even Donkey sounds confused. Somebody definitely needed to unplug him and plug him back in. This next clip feels like something guests weren't supposed to see. Team members open Donkey's window to get him ready for guests, but instead of finding an energetic Donkey, they find absolutely nothing happening. No movement, no reaction, no magic. The employees immediately closed the window, but it was already too late. The camera caught everything. That's basically the animatronic version of someone opening your bedroom door before your alarm goes off.
Even superheroes have bad driving days. During a superhero parade, Spider-Man is riding along and waving at guests. Everything looks great. The crowd is cheering, the heroes are smiling. Then Spider-Man gets a little too distracted. He stops paying attention to the road and suddenly drives directly into Cyclops. Boom! Superhero traffic accident. The funniest part is Spider-Man's reaction afterward. He instantly realizes he messed up. That is the face of someone who knows they're about to hear about this at the next Avengers meeting. Guests were excited to meet Toothless. Unfortunately, Toothless appeared to be taking a nap. Here we see the animatronic completely frozen while team members desperately try blocking the view with plants and bushes. Look at the dragon, eyes closed, no movement, no energy. Honestly, he looks exactly like me before my morning coffee. The employees did their best, but hiding a giant dragon isn't exactly easy. Another dragon named Pouncer had a very similar issue. His head was still moving around, everything looked normal from the shoulders up, but below that, nothing. His legs completely gave up. The dragon looked like he suddenly decided walking was optional. The handler deserves an Oscar here. They stay perfectly in character while standing next to a dragon that has apparently forgotten how legs work. Eventually, Pouncer gets back up and starts moving again. Good for him. We were getting worried.
And finally, one of the most dramatic failures ever caught at Universal. Inside the Untrainable Dragon Show, a giant flying Toothless normally soars over the audience. It's an incredible effect when it works. Here, we see Toothless suddenly stop moving in midair, just hanging there, completely stuck. The audience waits. Nothing happens. The crew waits. Still nothing. Toothless has officially become a ceiling decoration. Eventually, the show has to be canceled while everyone exits the theater. Meanwhile, Toothless remains suspended above everyone like the world's most expensive chandelier. Honestly, that's probably not how the Dragon Training Manual says it's supposed to work. And those were some of the most viral Universal Studios moments ever recorded. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe and let us know which moment was your favorite. And remember, sometimes the funniest attraction at Universal Studios isn't a ride. It's watching everything go completely wrong.